Good evening, everybody. Thank you for logging on to tonight's webinar for steps to registering your business in New York State. Tonight, we have Miss Clarabelle presenting for you guys. If you have any questions, you can raise your hand, use the chat, or use the Q&A. If you are here for extra credit for one of your professors at the college, please leave your name and your professor's name in the chat. Clarabelle, when you're ready, you can get started. Clarabelle, are you able to unmute?
Hi, are you able to hear me? I was getting a message that my speaker wasn't working.
It's okay. I hear you now.
Sorry. Okay, thanks. All right, so are you able to see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, we can start.
You're all set to go.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Clarabelle Martinez. I am a business counselor here at the EAC. Also, I am an accountant. This webinar tonight is about the steps that you should take when you want to register your business in New York State. I know that we speak a lot about the business plan in the class, and some people sometimes can be a little confused on how they go about actually registering their business and what steps they need to take. And if anybody here has already taken the 60-hour class, you should have already at least steps 1 and 2 completed. So let's just start with the first. Right here. Okay. So step 1, the very first step, you should, once you have an idea for a business and you decide what type of business you want to start, whether it be like a restaurant, a salon, or whatever, cleaning, whatever, the first thing you need to do is have your idea, explore this idea to define your business. So the step 1 is defining your business. So you decide what type of business do you want to open, and will you be able to make a profit of this idea, right? So you need to take some time to explore and research ideas for your business, right? Consider things like, what are you good at, right? What are your personal interests? Since this is something that you're going to be doing for a long time, and as a new business owner, you're going to be spending lots of time in this business. It should be something that you enjoy doing. And also, how successful would it be in your community? What is the need? I know that people who already took the 60-hour class will have a chart that we do about the need of the community and how you are going to meet those needs, right? So that's the very first step. You define your business, come up with an idea, and you define your business. So the second step, which, like I said, if you already took the class, is to create your business plan. So this is a detailed plan. It's a critical step that helps you understand your long-term goals and serves as a proof of concept for the future success of your business. Ensure a business plan is your roadmap to profitability. So you have to think this as a blueprint, which aims to lay out the fine details of your business ahead of time, but allowing you to better prepare for the many challenges. If you don't have a business plan or an idea, and you haven't taken the class, you don't know what to get started, I highly suggest you take the 60-hour business class on writing your business, and that will, by the end of the class, you should have a business plan in hand. Okay, and then after that, of course, your next step is choosing your business name. Pick a name. You don't want to be too nichey. The name, it has to be a little somewhat broad, because let's say if you start selling one specific thing and you want to expand, you want your business name to also be relevant in the future for any expansions, right? So you want to also not plan for today, but also for the future. So you have to first thing, you have to make sure that this, once you pick your name, you have to make sure that this name is available. I would say pick 2 or 3 names that you like, and then you go on the website to check, make sure this name is available. Okay, here's the website. So in New York, no 2 business can register with very confusingly similar names. So this is the website. I'm just going to open it so you guys can see it.
No, it didn't open.
No? Okay, hold on a second. I think I already have it open. Another page. Saved on my. Okay, so this is the website, right? You can go on here. That's not it. Just copy it. And I'll put it here in the chat also. So this is the database, and you're gonna search here by name. You can click on this, or you can leave it unclicked so it'll check everything. So let's say if I want to pick a name like okay, assume name, right? All statuses. Say active, right? Okay, contains, right? And then you look for a name. You click on here, search the database. Sorry. I've been used this in a little while. Take a look here. Save operation. Let's pick them all, okay? Okay, all right. Entity should be at least 3 letters. Okay, okay, so here. I'm so sorry, this changed. I used to be able to type it in, but I guess it changed. But this is the search tool. Let's see, search that better. Please fill the information, but where? I have to look at it later. I'll search the exact website where you the way where you type it in, and so you will type it in. It will tell you if there's a match on the. Oh, it should not be. Maybe here. And then once you see if your name is available, then you can, obviously you can use it. And that's I'll look for it. I'll play with it a little more. I'll show you how to enter, because right now, I guess they changed the website. It used to be like a search bar, maybe here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's look for everything. Try it again. So this is. Oh, here it is. Sorry. So let's say, okay, here's an example, right? There we go. And you click on all these, and you put contains. right? And then let's say active ones, right? There we go. So it'll tell you like this: no business entities were found. Please refine your search. So once you, this is what you want to get. If there's nothing like that available, then that means this name is available. Sorry about that. I haven't used it in a while. So that's the next step. Fourth step is picking your business structure. You want it to be a corporation, a partnership, an LLC. So depending on what business structure you pick, it will choose how you have to report to the IRS, your tax liability and your obligations, and how your business is structured. There's a quiz that we use that should kind of lead you in this direction, but should not be the only thing for you to use. I have it right here. So it's over here. So, but this will kind of give you an idea of what to use. But definitely consult your accountant first, because this is just to give you an idea. This is the quiz. You can do it, and it will kind of give you an idea of what would be beneficial for you as a business owner with structure. Once you pick your business structure, then you will have to register your business in the state of New York. That's the first thing you need to do. So to file your business in the state of New York, you have to, depending on what type of structure you picked, it defines which type of application you fill out, right? So for the sole proprietorships, you can just record it on your personal business. You don't have to do much with that. For corporation, you have to file the certificate of incorporation with the state of New York. If you are a limited liability company, so you have to fill out the articles of organization in the state of New York. And if you're a limited partnership, you fill out the certificate of limited partnership in the state of New York. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. So this is in your state of New York. So you would go here to the state of New York, right? You want to form a business. This is the website. And over here, you will pick what type of business you are going to form. So if you're going to form let's say a limited liability company, you will click on here, and it will tell you what you need to file. And it gives you an overview, gives you provisions, right? It tells you the law it tells you how to file, okay? You can file online, or you can fax it in, the form, or you can email it in. So if you want to file online, it's very easy. You go on here, and it's going to ask you questions, and the questions are very easy. It's going to ask for your name, your address, your business name, your business address, and where you want your certificate to be sent. Basically, that's pretty much most of the information. So you can go here, file online, and then you pick which one, right? So if you're doing domestic limited liability company, you will click here. And it gives you an overview. Apply online as an owner. And this is for somebody applying on your behalf. Like if it's your accountant doing it, they would click on here. But if you're doing it yourself, you'll click on here. And I would suggest read these wizards, because they'll give you a lot of information before you file. So let's say you want to see if I can find the form. So you're doing it for yourself, so you will click here as an owner. Okay, then you would have to register, and it'll ask you the forms and everything like that. So that's what that looks like. Let's see if I can find the form. That's a file. So this is, if I just want to show you what the form looks like, the articles of organization. So this is, if you were to fill it out and fax it in instead of doing it online, this is the information that I ask you, just so you can see how easy it is. It's going to ask you your contact information, okay, the exact name of your entity right here, okay, and then certificate of incorporation, right? Okay, over here, if you want certified copies and plain copies, right? It's like $10 each. Okay, and where to send it. And you're gonna file this, you're gonna fill this out, name of your company, the name of the limited liability company is, the county is this, right? It's very easy, so it's only like 3 pages long. And then you have to pay a $200 filing fee, and then you're registered. Does anybody have any questions about this? This is for the LLC. If you were to choose, like let's say the corporation, so to do an idea right here, certificate of incorporation is for a corporation, articles of organization, I'll tell you right here exactly which ones you have to file. The fee is $200 for the state of New York to file your company. This is the form. I'm going to download it and put it there for you so you can have, so you can look at it. This is the LLC one. Okay. So after that, you go in, you file this information. You can do it online. It's basically the exact same information, but you just have to make an account with the state of New York first, and then you can go out and file your articles. And it's the exact same information that they ask you here, but it's just you just have to file it online instead of filing this form and faxing it or emailing it. So once you did that, so you pick your business, you file your corporation online with the state of New York. After that, after you file with the state of New York, then you have to file with the IRS so you can get your EIN number. Okay, so this is the website. Is it better to wait for the beginning of the year instead of registering in December for tax purposes? I mean, you could register in December for next year. Or if you are already started doing business in December, you could just file in December and just report what you made in December. But you can still pick your yearly filings depending on when you want to file, right? If you're a small businesses, you could do a yearly of January to December. But if you haven't really made that much money in December, then I would say, yeah, you could just wait till next year and then you don't have to have business filings. But if you already spent money on your business this year and you want to report these expenses and these things, then I would suggest just file it right now in December or November, whenever. You're welcome. So then, so you go to you filed to New York State. Now you go to the IRS. You file for your EI number, and the EI number is going to be kind of like your company's social security number, right? So with this, unless you're sole proprietor or a partnership, then you would file. The partnership will file its own, will not file taxes. You file it with your personal. So you apply for your EIN number online. You can still get an EIN number for the partnerships, but it just reports income. It doesn't pay taxes. So I would say take your time and get familiarized with this page because there's a checklist right here, right? And it gives you exact instructions on how to apply for your EIN, and the EIN is free, so you don't have to pay for this one. You just pay for the New York State, the $200, and then you could go here, you go click apply online, and once again, it's going to ask you to, wait, this is the wrong one. Oh, right here, sorry. So still this thing. This is the EIN number right here. So this is, if you not sure if you need to file for one, you click on here, who needs to file, tells you what you need before you apply, how you can apply, who the responsible party is, right? So depending on your corporation, right, you're gonna click on one of these. So let's say you're a limited liability, just to keep it uniform, it's gonna say your information, how to file it. Form NEA, right? PDF, right? So then this is the where you apply for it right here. You can apply online right here. You can apply by fax right here, or you can also apply by mail, just like with the New York State. So see, applying for an NIA number is free service offered by the Internal Revenue Service. Websites and then charge for this. So it's telling you right here, beware if somebody tries to charge you for this service, because the service is free. So if you were to send it, I just to show you, because I believe if you want to apply for one, it's going to make me make an account. So let's say you click on here if you want to do it online. Right, and then it's, okay, no, then you click begin application. It's very easy. She's going to ask you simple questions like this. Let's say, LLC, continue. It's very easy. You just read it and you click on whatever your options are. How many members in your LLC? Let's say it's 3 members, right? What state are you in, right? You in New York? Pick this and you continue. See how far let me go. So, and this tells you to confirm this information. It's going to tell you information about the forms that each member is going to have to file, so you get familiarized. Make sure when you guys sit down to, if you choose to do it yourself, or if you choose to have an accountant do it for you, like if you can just take your time, either way, to learn these things, because then you will need to know exactly what it is that your LLC needs to file at the end of the year, what each member needs to file, all these things. Right, so you continue, and you see it's very easy. It's only like a few steps. Right, and then it's going to tell you, why are you applying for this EIN? I started a new business. I hired people, banking purposes, right? Let's say I started a new business. Right? And then it's going to ask you your information. So, but just so you know, let's see. Just going to go back to show you what the form looks like, right? It's very, let's see, pick this one, right? So this is what it, this is to classify your, it's not the one. I was just looking for the form so I can show you what it looks like. Okay, before you apply, where's to apply for any, right here, sorry. So apply online here, this is the form right here. I just want to show you because we're not going to make an account, but it's form SS4. You can print it, you can file online, and you can print the instructions. This is what it looks like. It's just one page. And then you have the instructions here. Basically, put in your information and your business information here. Name, your business, and the address. And then you're going to pick what type of business. And it's going to have your social security, all these things right here. It's one page. If you start the LLC but don't start doing business immediately or that year, would you still have to file taxes or owe the government an explanation? Yes, I would file taxes even if you didn't make any money. Just file $0 return. You shouldn't have to owe anything to the IRS if you don't have any employees or anything like that, but you still file just an information only tax because your business is active, right? So you don't have to, but I would suggest that you just file a zero information tax, just so they know, right? In that way, they're not like trying to audit you or anything because your business opening and not filing taxes. So this is the page for your EIN. This is what the form looks like for the EIN number right here. It's gonna ask you your name, the business name. So this is, you could do, for trade name, it's like if you're to have a DBA, you're doing business as, you fill that out, your mailing address, right? Who's the administrator for this business and their name and their address, right? Then you're gonna pick the type of business. It's gonna ask you some questions here. When did you start the business? Banking, you hire employees, like very simple questions. And this is the same thing you're gonna see online. So this is just the version that you would either fax or email in or mail in if you wanted to also. Here's some instructions about it. If you go back here, here's the instruction page right here too, that tells you very specific instructions on how to do it. It tells you exactly line for line what to put in there. So let's say if you want to get the printable version right here, tells you what goes in each line item. Okay. So it's very, very simple to fill this out. And then you fill it out. If you file it online, they'll send you an email right away saying, oh, we've received your information. And like the next day, your business is registered with the IRS. It's very easy. So you file with the state, a corporation return, like a corporation or LLC, whatever partnership. Then you file with the IRS, you get your EIN number. Then after that, you would have to get depending on the type of business that you're opening, you would have to do see if you need any licenses or any permits to file with your local county or with the city or town that you live in. So for that, you have to do some research. You have to call up Suffolk County or Nassau County or whatever county you're in and tell them I'm opening up this business. What type of permits and licenses do I need? And also, you also have to contact your local city or town because each government has its own rules for starting a business. I have the website here where you can check for Suffolk County, which is right here. You just go here, starting a business in Suffolk County. It's a little delay. Just put it right here too. So this for New York State. So this is like we're getting started in the New York State and starting a business. It's a good website to go to. So you just go to New York State, starting a business, and it tells you the overview. It helps you even with what do you need, and it even has the IRS link right here for the EIN, and it tells you about licensing, right? Set up a New York Gov ID, insurance. You're also going to need insurance for your business once you set it up, and it tells you what type of insurances you should get, and it offers support right here for your business. Small Business Development Center. Here's the New York State Empire Development, right? If you need to do market research, right, you can use these websites right here for your market research. And they even have contact information here in case you have any problems, right? Information on MWBE certificates, limited liabilities companies, right? So this is a great website to use, and it tells you all this information, right, that I just said. Back to New York, Suffolk County, see if it's up. So here you go, starting a business. This is your information. The contact is at the bottom. You can contact them, but it has some answer most of your questions here about what type, what you need to start a business. How to do, if you already have a business, you do business with the government. If you have the MBWE certificate, you can do bids and proposals here, certificate names, right? All this information. So I have the website up. So you will contact the county, then you will contact your town after you filed with New York State, then the IRS, then you're going to contact your county, and then you're going to contact your town. You're going to make a list of everything that you need before you even open your doors. The next thing I would say is open up a bank account in your business name. That way it will be easy. Once you start doing business, you decide to open your doors and start doing business. And that way you can keep your business stuff and your personal stuff separate. You can use this to record all your sales, all your expenses. It'll make your life easier. It'll make your accountant's life easier because you will have everything in one, bank accounts. Or if you have a credit card, so you can open up a bank account and a credit card with your business name on it. You can use them both, and you have everything separate from your own personal things. And that way it'll make your life a lot easier with the reporting and everything, auditing. Like, you have a record right there in your bank statement of your expenses and all your sales. So once you have that set up, then also you get your insurance. That's also next, an insurance that you might need. And then after that, once you start selling in your state, if you're selling certain items, whatever, you'll have to collect sales tax. So then you will also have to register your as a sales tax person, and like, to be able to collect sales tax in your state, you have to also register for that. Okay, so this is the website. Just close these. So you're gonna come here. Okay, so you're gonna register as a sales tax vendor. Once you register, then they'll send you a certificate. I don't know if you've seen it in businesses, you will display on your wall saying that you are certified and that you can, and you use your EIN number. They're gonna ask you for your EIN number when you register as a sales tax, right? And it has your application checklist, and you can apply online. And that will, we'll see. And then you can start collecting sales tax. So now when you collect sales tax, let's say you remember, this is something that you collect from your customers. Your customer pays the sales tax, you just collect it from them, and you pay it to New York State. So you will register, and they'll usually start you off monthly at first. So every month you have to file your sales tax and pay them a portion. They usually give you a credit for filing on time and for collecting sales tax for the New York State. And if, depending on how much sales you're doing, they'll either tell you that you can do it quarterly, or you can do it yearly, or they'll keep you monthly depending on how much sales you have. So you can apply online like this. You go and click on here. Okay, you have to make an account. Same, if you already made an account before to register your business, you use the same account. And then you just go in and apply for the business tax, sales tax register. So it tells you here some information about who needs to file. If you're selling tangible personal property or taxable services, right? Even if it's from home, they want you to file and collect sales tax. Then here's information if you're not sure whether you need to file, right? If you're from home, you can go here. Okay, and then it tells you here how to register. You have to make an account, and then business contact. It's very simple. It's going to ask you questions just like the other ones. Just going to walk you through. It's going to ask you a bunch of questions about the person, who, and then your email and things like that. But if you already have your information from before, you just apply also for the sales tax. So most of it should be pre-filled in if you already made your account before when you form your corporation. So then you're going to have to request tax. Now, if if you're like an online business or you're selling online and you're shipping to different states in the US, you might have to register to different states and file sales tax in different states depending on how much you're selling. There's usually like a threshold that 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 will tell you if you need to. Let me see if I can find it for you. To let you know if you have to register in that state or not. So it's all depending on the sales volume that you're doing in that state. If you're only selling a little bit, most likely not, but let's see if I can find it. I think I had it bookmarked. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is maybe this here. Sorry, I had it bookmarked here. No, sorry. Okay. I know I had a bookmark in one of these browsers. So I'll look it up for you. But I had it bookmarked here. Sorry. Okay. I think it's the same one, right? This was not the website, sorry. I thought I bookmarked it. I see. I'm gonna look it up here for you. So I think it was this one. Okay, so here we go. So this is the chart, and it has each state, and so this is a threshold depending on what state and the state and how when. So like let's say if you're selling in Alabama, once you hit a $250,000 a year benchmark, then you should consider registering and collecting sales tax in this state. but not all states subject business to sales tax. Some of them don't. So like, let's say Delaware does not collect sales tax. So I would say, yeah, I'm gonna put this chart here for anybody who's doing online businesses, so you have an idea of where you might need to register in the future if you start doing a lot of sales in different states. So in that case, you would file, and depending on if you're doing 2 or 3 states, you would file in these states, and then you will start collecting sales tax in these states, and you will have to file quarterly sales tax in each of these states, which your accountant should be able to take care of that for you. So also, I want you guys to remember that as a business owner, you're collecting the sales taxes. You're also able to, anything that you're reselling, once you purchase it from the manufacturer, you don't have to pay taxes on them. Once you register in that state, you can get an accept certificate. You can present it to the manufacturer that you're buying from, and then they shouldn't charge you tax. And then once you sell it to the customer, then that's where the sales tax is collected. The sales tax is collected from the final customer now while the items is still being manufactured. Any questions so far? So we have starting your pick your business.
I do have a question in the chat. I'm not sure if you got to it because my Wi-Fi was lagging, but it says if I register a business with one person, can I add 2 more people after registration?
What type of business is it? Sorry. Just wait for that. But so if it's a corporation, yes, you can add people to the corporation.
Mm-hmm.
And with an LLC also, you can just have them like buy into the business or things like that.
Okay, and I just want to confirm, I'm not sure if this one was answered. If you form an LLC but don't start doing business immediately that year, do you have to file taxes or owe the government explanations?
Yes, I think I did answer that one.
Okay, I thought so.
I suggested that they did start filing. You don't have to if you're not doing it, but I would suggest just to keep the IRS from bothering you. I would just file a 0 return tax. You would just pay whatever fee it is to file. You wouldn't have to owe the IRS anything.
When I get information on what type of business structure it is, then I'll follow back up with you. But you did answer if it is an LLC or corporation, so maybe they just, don't have a follow-up.
Okay, yes. But I'll give you my email at the end of the webinar, so you guys, if you have any questions, any further questions, you guys can email me, like anything that I didn't answer, or if you think of anything afterwards. Sometimes that happens. You think, oh, I should have asked this, right? So you're registering with each state that you're doing a lot of sales in, collecting sales tax, right? Then you have to, if you have employees, you have to file employment taxes, right? With your New York state, you have to withhold taxes from your employees, pay that to the IRS, and to New York State, the Medicare, the Social Security. So that's another part of also your business. Then after that, okay, so this is the multiple states. Oh, here's the chart. So I guess I got ahead of myself. So if you're selling in multiple states, you must see if you have to file taxes in a state you're doing business. They call it having nexus in that state, which means that you're at that threshold where you should be filing sales tax. So then after that, if you're also consider if you're selling overseas, you should consider you might be subject to like foreign taxes, like value added tax, tariffs, and custom fees, things like that. So the SBA has great information on this. That's why I copied the link right here. I'm going to put all the links there. There you go. So great information about what you need to look if you're selling overseas, right? And what type of customs, duties, tariffs, and things and fees you may see to pay, right, to send your things overseas. So just one thing to consider. right? Then, of course, the next thing after that is once you have all these things registered, choose a registered agent or an accountant to represent you with the IRS and with the state, right? They can file legal documents on your behalf and they can represent you in an audit. Okay. You can file the articles of organization online or on paper, like I showed you. Once the New York Department of State accepts the articles of organization, your business is officially formed. Okay. This is my email. And
I have a question.
yes. Hi.
Okay, so for like a sole proprietorship, right? You're saying that you don't need to get an EIN number, but what about the whole state process? You still have to pay the $200.
I'm sorry,
So
you were
like
breaking up. Sorry, you were breaking up. What was that again?
with the sole proprietorship, getting that you don't need an EIN number, but you still need to register with the state and pick a name.
I mean, if you want to keep it separate from your own, you could just file on your own, like file your taxes, your personal taxes, and say, "Oh, I'm doing business in here." But if you want to have like an official business, I suggest yes, you file with the New York State as a sole
So
proprietor.
with that,
So like, let's see how. I'm gonna look up the website for you. Okay, so let me see what the New York State says about sole proprietorship. We're gonna look at it. Right, forming an entity, sole proprietorships and general partnerships file in the county where they're located. So you wouldn't file, I guess, now with the state, will be with your county. So just to let them know, I guess, that you're in your state. I don't think that one is as much, $200, but where's the I just had the
so
county open.
is it like a valid business though? If you don't have like I can't just name, because I do hair, right?
I'm sorry, you're breaking.
Right now, I just do hair as myself. Like I just, but I want to like legitimize it and like open a business account and have like a business name.
I'm sorry, could you type your question, because you're breaking up. Somebody wants to see slides 6, 11, and 12 again? Sure.
She said she wants to legitimize her business. She's been in business doing it under her own name. She wants to legitimize it and
Yes.
have a business name.
Okay, so if you really do, you can just form an LLC, a one-person LLC. It's called like a disregarded entity, and you could just do that. It's easier to form. And then it's also good because in the future, if you grow your business, you already have it formed, and it is easier to keep it separate from your own things rather than your own personal stuff. So I would suggest, if you do want to do that, I would form like a one-person LLC. It's called this disregarded entity. It's filed with New York State, but for tax reasons, it's considered like as non-existent, like you just file it on your own taxes.
Oh, so you don't need an EIN number for that?
You don't have to get an EIN number. You can use your own social security number.
So with that, like the W, like the women's and minorities thing. So the certification, do you need an EIN number in order to apply for certification?
I'm not sure, Jen. I'm not sure. I know Kenya does these classes for the MWBE, but I'm not 100% sure.
You can definitely send me an email. I'll put my email in the chat and I'll follow up with you definitely by Monday, just because tomorrow's a busy day.
Okay.
I see. Well, the students on how the access to recording, asking just record. Okay. Please send me. Okay. So which slide 6? So this one that you want to see again? Let's see, 6, 11, and 12. So this is slide 6. Oh, this one. These are the links. That's the links for your EIN number. And then 11, right? How was this? Permits. This one. You have a checklist right here for what you need. Okay, there's a checklist that you need to file. And then the next one. Okay, this is this. You're doing in multiple states. So this is for people who are doing online business, or if you're if you're shipping to multiple states. So remember that if you are filing in separate states, you definitely have an accountant that can do this for you, because it's very tricky, because each state has its own tax percentage that they charge. Like New York is 8.625%, but other states have different tax percentages. Let me see if I find the, I'm gonna put it here. I don't know, open here. Okay, so like for the chart, it will tell you what the percentage is, but some of them file not only state tax, but you might have to file like a city tax or a county tax, depending where you're shipping to. An example is like where my other job is, we file right now, we're filing in 19 different states, right? I'm the one who files DSL tax for this company. We're about to register in 7 more states for next year, because we're doing a lot of business in these states. So for example, like Colorado is very tricky, because they have monthly monthly state tax that are due monthly, but they also have city taxes that are due, some are due quarterly, some are due monthly, and some are due yearly. So like the amount that you pay them is going to change depending, right, on what's due that month. So it gets a little tricky. We have like a whole chart put together and a couple of Excel spreadsheets to keep track of all the sales taxes that we have to report and pay every month. So every month is like a new thing. Like also California too has city tax, and on top of the state taxes and county taxes. So it gets a little tricky. This chart is very good. That's why I like that, and I wanted to include it, because this tells you, like you could click on it, it tells you exactly what information out of each state and what you have to file, right? So once, since you're a small business, you might not start selling hundreds of thousands of dollars in each state, but you might be responsible for 1 or 2 states in the beginning, and then eventually, hopefully your business will grow and you become very big and you're selling a lot, right, in a lot of different states, and then you will need to have all this in order. So it's very important for yourself to get yourself an accountant that will be in charge of handling all this, and also keep you updated on all your tax liabilities each month, right? Oh, you wanted to see the one after 9A? This one? This is the one. It's just saying that you're gonna need a registered agent or an accountant to represent you with the state or with the IRS, and they can file documents for you and represent you in case of an audit. So I'm just gonna give you again my email. And like I said, if you guys haven't registered your business, and you want somebody there helping you register your business, you can make an appointment in the office with Jen and to meet with me, and we can help file these forms together. You know, just let me know. You can email the office and Jen will set up like a meet with me, and we could go over what you need first, or you could just email me, tell me what kind of business you are. I'll find your information, and we'll go over the list of what you need to register, and then you could come to the office and set up an appointment, and I can help you if you like to register with the state, the IRS, whatever you need. Okay, thank you, Millie. Thank you for coming.
We
Well,
have
that was
one
fabulous.
question. What's the articles of organization?
Oh, so that's just the form that you have to file, depending on your this. We go to that slide again. Okay, so articles of organization right here. This is for your limited liability company. So this is the form that you file to register with the New York State, your company with the New York State. If you are a corporation, right, you have to file certificate of incorporation. That's what it's called. Hi, Tina. Did you have a question? So, so if you're a corporation, you file the certificate of incorporation. But if you're a limited liability company, you file the articles of organization with the state. If you're a partnership, then you file certificate of limited partnership with the New York State. So I'll leave it right here. I can put this in the chat, I guess. I'll give you the let's see, the link is here. Okay, so let's say if you form a corporation, this is right here what tells you which one you're filing depending on your company. Okay, tell you the type of business and what you need to file. Okay, somebody had their hand raised? Slide 12, okay.
If their hand was raised, they put it down.
Okay. So this is just for people who are selling overseas, like if you're shipping overseas. This is basically, I would suggest doing, make sure you're, first of all, you have to make sure that your items that you're shipping that will have no problems getting through customs, right? But they're not problem, things that will like chemicals and things like that sometimes get caught up in customs. So I was, like I said, look this up on the SBA. It's very good, this information. And mainly you will have to probably just pay tariffs and fees just to ship to that country. It all depends on the country too. Each country has its own, right, fees and taxes for people shipping to that country. So you just have to do a little research on that country and what fees entails you shipping and selling in that country.
We have a question in the chat. If you provide a service, do you pay sales tax for services rendered?
Depending, some services, yes. If it's a taxable service, like I said, on the New York State here, the sales tax vendor. So it'll tell you here, it says some services, right? Every person who sells taxable items or taxable services. So if you go here, this is the bulletin, and then you have to see what type of service it is, and it'll tell you if you have to collect sales tax. So right here, I'll tell you, see certain installation repairs It tells you exactly what repairs, things, what is subject to sales tax and what is not. So this is a good one to have. For services, do I need to register? Right, vendors selling taxable goods, right? Tangible personal property, marketable, providers and marketplace sellers, out-of-state business, certain installation, repair, maintenance services that are subject to sales tax in New York. So if you're doing any of these, right here, you're subject to sales tax, right? And other sales tax. This is about other sales, wholesalers, manufacturers. If you work from a home business, you have a home business, these are subject to sales tax, right?
Is a consultant a taxable service?
I believe so, yes. Mhm. I believe so. I'm not sure 100%, but I believe so.
Do we have any more questions for Clarabelle tonight? Alrighty, thank you everybody so much. Thank you so much, Clarabelle, for your time and all
Thank
the
you.
information. This webinar is posted on our YouTube. And again, if you have any further questions, you can always send me an email and I will follow up with you, whether that means me directly or connecting you with Clarabelle.
Yes, thank you so much for coming out. If you have any questions, any other questions, you can just email me directly. I'll just put it one more time, just to guys make sure you guys have it. Or you can email Jen, or you can email the EAC office. And if you need help registering your business, registering for sales tax, looking up information, let me know.
Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening, everybody.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.